Welcome back to another video. My name is Derek and this is the guidebook. Today we're going to be hiking two great trails near Idaho Springs, Colorado, the first of which being the Chief Mountain Trail. This is an out and back trail that is 2.8 miles round trip with about 940 feet of elevation gain. This is one of the best bang for your buck hikes near Denver. It's not a very difficult trail and you get amazing mountain views. It's also only about an hour from downtown Denver. There are a couple things you need to keep in mind though. The top of Chief Mountain is around 12,000 feet and it can be incredibly windy at the top. So it can be much colder when you get to the peak, so make sure you have the proper layers and you're dressing accordingly. Also, it's a very rocky trail, so make sure you have proper footwear. In the winter, it's also a good idea to have micro spikes and a downloaded map or some other form of navigation because when the trail is covered in snow, it is harder to follow. In the winter, parking can also be more difficult because the only parking is along the side of the road and it can be covered in snow. That way goes back down to the trailhead I came up, but I'm gonna go this way and meet up with another trail that goes up to another mountain and a fire lookout. Hey guys, please do not throw your fruit peels on the trail. I know you think they're gonna decompose, but that's gonna take a long time and it's gonna dirty up the trail. If you see stuff like this that somebody else left, please pick it up. I actually can't pronounce the name of this second trail, so I'm going to put it on the screen. But it is another out and back trail, and it's 4.1 miles round trip with about 860 feet of elevation gain. This trail actually leads to a fire lookout at the top of the mountain, so for pretty much the entire time you're going to be following an access road. The fire lookout is by reservation only though, so you cannot access it unless you've made a reservation on recreation.gov. It also tends to be very windy at the top of this mountain, so make sure you have the proper gear. All that being said, these are two great trails near Denver and I highly recommend visiting both. As I said before though, the only parking is along the side of the roadway and this is a popular area. So if you plan on visiting on a weekend, I would try to get there as early as you can. And if the parking along the side of the road is full, just go somewhere else, hike somewhere else. Please do not block the road. I'm coming back down the trail. You can't really see it, but right there is where that trail that I came down from Chief Mountain was. And this is where I met up with the trail and I headed up. And you can't really see it, but there's a bunch of, looks like somebody was sliding around trying to drive up this. And I come down here a little bit as well. It looks like somebody might have actually slid off the road a little bit too. So I wouldn't recommend driving up this in the winter time. In the summer when there's no snow, if you have a relatively high clearance vehicle, you shouldn't have much trouble driving up to the little parking area up there. But in the winter time, I would not recommend driving up this because you could very easily slide off the side of the road and get stuck, or slide off the side of the road and go down this hill here. Found some trash on the trail. If you are hiking on a trail or camping somewhere and you see some trash, make sure to pick it up and pack it out with you, and make sure to always pack out all your trash that you have as well. We got to keep these places clean if we want them to be open, guys. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like videos like this, then subscribe to the channel. See ya.